Hi, so my name's Dave Salisbury and I run a store in Manchester called Fanboy3, which is it's a board game store. We sell board games, card games, role-playing games and miniatures games. And unlike most businesses, that you go into, we're not like Tesco's or something, you'd go in and we also have games that people can play. So people can come in and they can play games and they can buy games and they can browse for games and they can chat about games and they can meet their friends and play games. If you lived in the 90s, you knew Manchester. You knew Manchester because it had one thing in it, which the rest of the world didn't have, which was the hacienda. So I want to put it in the context of the hacienda. Like we're the hacienda for nerds. Could you set up a business like ours in a city and attract enough people? And you knew that Manchester is pretty unique in the UK. It's a city surrounded by other cities. The quarantine obviously stops people being in a social space, but people crave that social space, and quarantine means we crave it more. We're all trapped in our houses. So in lockdown, what we did, we moved a load of the stuff that we normally do onto Discord, so that there were ways in which people could talk to one another and sort of chat to one another and play games with one another. It doesn't work for a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of board game simulation stuff out there now that you can play board games virtually. We put in a whole load of COVID mitigation measures, like when we reopened after the first lockdown. So we put in like screens and we put in social distancing tape and we had hand washing and sanitizing facilities. And when people came in, we made sure that everyone was sat 2 meters apart from each other, which reduced our capacity. Normally we'd have a capacity of upwards of 150 people, and it reduced our capacity down to 20. If you're in a shop and someone comes in and they're looking really hassled and and they're upset about something, you can say, "Are you okay? Is everything okay?" And sometimes it's not, and they just want to talk to another human being about it. A few years ago, we thought, can we do something about this? So we set up, we call it Roll Through It. This has got a really low barrier of entry. It's got a really low barrier of effort to it. You just have to turn up and we'll just play some light games. And if you want to talk. And if you don't want to talk, you can just be in a space with other people. It's that oxytocin again. The idea that if we're social in a space with other people, it's beneficial to us. It helps boost our natural defenses against those things nowadays of life. What does Manchester mean to me? Well, it's kind of my spiritual home now. I think anyone who goes there, when you step off the plane or the train or the tram, the first time you're in Manchester, you look around and you think, this is where I'm supposed to be.